Hello to all Angular developers. Well, the wait is over, and after months of hard work and dedication, we are pleased to announce the v18, which is a generational update of the PrimeNG. We have switched to the new design token-based theming. It's brought from PrimeView, and now PrimeNG is the second library to get this, and of course, the more will follow soon, like React. And now, let's compare the current generation and the new generation. Now we have a new landing hero section to show you what you can build with it. And the main difference is that when you change theme, there's no theme switcher here. And when you change themes here, actually everything here is just like 12,000 lines of theme CSS files. And you need to grab these from Node modules, put it in your application folder and switch it dynamically. And you may see some issues because the browser needs to do a lot of repainting. Now, these are all gone. We are not using SAS anymore. And let's see what we have here. There you have a lot of built-in themes, theme CSS, theme CSS, theme CSS, a lot of files, and they will just eat your space as well. Because if you notice that PrimeNG is more smaller in size. And with v18, we have a nice selector because now we are using design tokens. Design tokens map to CSS variables, and then everything is quite dynamic. And we have a couple of surfaces like this one, and surfaces can change. These are the main colors that you use in cards, borders, backgrounds, and the primer. You can easily come up with a lot of designs. When I get bored, I usually log into this and play with it to find a design that I like. And this is the noir mode, which is black and white as well. So let me show you something. Let's see what we have here. Okay, let's start with this one. Now the demo applications are created with Tailwind and PrimeNG 18. Now, maybe you haven't heard of, maybe you already heard, PrimeFlex has been sunsetting. Now instead, we are switching to Tailwind for demos. And because this was a community feedback, PrimeFlex and Tailwind was not compatible because of the conflicting classes. Even if you use prefixes, no one wants two CSS libraries in their projects, right? So there are many, because of the popularity, there are many Tailwind users. So we have switched to the Tailwind, so that PrimeUI libraries can be used with it. By doing that, the benefits of PrimeFlex, like the color integration, is now available as a plugin. Now, if you install npm Tailwind CS, npm install Tailwind CSS -PrimeView, you will have access to these colors, and these colors retrieve their values from the PrimeNG theming, so that you can primitively, let's say, you can build things like this. And you can take it to the next level, like you can use it for layout purposes. You can do a headless dialog like this one. And we also added some animations because Tailwind lacks some animations. And we took it to the next level and built these demos with it. So it combines the Tailwind plus the PrimeNG components. So for example, here we have the chat screens that you can easily come up with. We have the inbox demo. And I like to change colors between, let's make it this one. Okay, now we have the cards. These are sample applications that you can, is a technology demonstration of what you can do. And also we have, let's see, something called presets. So we have provided 3 presets. Presets replace the themes. You may call a preset a theme as well. Let's check out the input text. Let me switch to dark. So this is the aura, right? Now you can see that there's a little shadow at the bottom, and the border color changes and the focus ring changes. So if you were using in the previous versions the Bootstrap or Lara, it's still here. Aura is our, shiny, our own design. Prime Text design team is created. They all created by the design team, but they try to come up with different designs because, everyone has a different taste. Now, this, you may already seen it maybe on the Bootstrap. They have this, box shadows behind. And if you choose Lara, then you will have something like this. And if you choose Nora, which is for, I actually created with my good friend Onur, who is our design lead at the PrimeTech office. So we decided to, PrimeNG is also the Prime face is very popular in the enterprise world. So we decided to do something less shiny, more accessible, highly accessible colors, but less shiny. So it is like, if you check out the government websites and things like enterprise applications there, they offer something like this. And now the focus is inside and it's less rounded. And if you check out, for example, tabs is also a nice example, or select button. So this is the Aura select button. Let's see the look and feel in Lara, different, and Nora as well. Different designs. And finally, let's see tabs. So this is Nora, this is Lara, and this one is Aura. Okay. So we will also provide one more, which I'm currently working on, the material preset. We will have new tutorials about it once the PrimeNG rating is final. I will come up with new tutorials about the new theming because there's a lot of ground to cover. But the idea is that you have design tokens, and design tokens have 3 tiers. The primitive ones are like, they have no context, like colors and rounded corner or something. You cannot understand where it's used. But semantic colors, yes, because semantic colors is something like a primary color, is the tier between that's map that usually retrieve their values from the primitives, but they provide their they provide themselves to the component tokens. So primary color or surface 200 is a semantic token, but they're actually used by the button background. So the component tokens, you can understand what it's been used for. So like checkbox, check background, slider track background, they map to the primary color. So design tokens map to CSS variables on the web, and they map to the Figma tokens at Figma. So we are also working on a Figma plugin to generate themes on the fly using our Figma plugin. And of course, I will cover some tutorials about this. But the theme is the currently working on the remaining parts, like the documentation here. For example, there's a theming tab, the documentation of the tokens are being worked on, and I'm working with the team we will just review every component to do some quality checks, to make sure it uses the best Angular practices and so on. And then in the next couple of weeks, we will release PrimeNG v18 final, and then move on to further development, which I think we will introduce the pass-through feature from PrimeView and PrimeReact, which is quite nice because the pass-through feature allows you to add attributes and event handlers to any DOM element used within the component, because right now the PrimeNG components are like boxes and you don't have full access to the internal of these boxes. So with the pass-through properties, you can add any attribute or any callback to the DOM elements like test automation IDs, classes, and so on. And after v18, we will start the pass-through properties. So it's quite exciting. I hope that you like this work and that we are quite excited as well. And once PrimeNG 18 is out, I will come up with new PrimeNG content. And that's it from me. Thank you.